You want to start?
Doomsday?
Doomsday.
So we saw, I don't know if you can see this, Batman v Superman, despite the warnings of everyone. Just came back from it. I still wanted to see it, despite what everyone has said. By the way, this is probably gonna have a lot of spoilers. We're not holding back on this one. So spoiler alert is gonna be across the entire video.
Like 5-second spoiler alert, just 5 count.
No, it's just gonna be
2,
there the whole time.
3,
the whole time.
4, 5. Damn Doomsday.
Yeah, well, we already said that.
I don't care. It will never be enough.
He's in the trailer. He's in the trailer, so we can't really like.
What about the people who never saw the trailer?
Oh, Nigerian orphans?
Yes. Who just so happen to have won a sweepstakes
of life
and chose to see
of life and didn't get to see Batman v Superman. Which the Batman v Superman part, which was originally called Batman vs Superman, which was what it originally called.
And then they had to slap a Justice League
Dawn of Justice on which
it.
The actual, like, if that was the only plot, that would have been pretty good. Like, if we had no idea that there was anything else in the movie and we just knew it was Batman vs Superman and not knowing the outcome, which the trailer pretty much tells you what the outcome is.
Yeah, I mean, you already know what's going to go down.
Yeah, you already know what's going to go down because the trailer had too much.
Yeah. It was linear. It showed you basically in what order everything happens.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about the trailer here. We're talking about the movie.
We're talking about the movie. And if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the movie. You know exactly what happens.
So point A to point B.
There is, of course, there's Batman, there's Superman, there's Lex Luthor. I guess that's Lex Luthor?
I wanted to just...
I wish it wasn't Lex Luthor. I wish it wasn't, you know?
I was hoping that when he was talking about his father...
Like his father was going to be Lex Luthor. His father walks in.
Yeah, his father, who's apparently dead, is Lex Luthor. And he's just Lex Luthor Jr., who's a bastard child.
And he just walks in. He's like, say my name. And then Lex is like, Lex Luthor. And he just beats his son. That would have been fun. Because in the comics, I mean, even in the Doomsday comic,
he has
a son who has long red hair.
Yeah.
And that's what I was hoping that it was going to be, like if they were doing the comic, the Doomsday comic.
I forget his name. It was like...
Bitch Luthor.
No, it was like started with an A or something like that.
Alfred.
I mean, I know that there's Alexander, which is Lex, but then there's like...
that is his
Alexander.
Actual first name. Oh, okay. Forgot that.
Or Alexis. Alexis Luthor.
Alexis Luthor. No wonder he's enraged. But despite the fact, this is Lex Luthor. We wished it wasn't, but it is. It is Lex Luthor. He's crazy. I think it's the first problem. Which Lex Luthor kind of was crazy. He was bent on Superman. He had this god image of Superman. And he wanted to kill God.
There's a difference between being a megalomaniac and being a psychotic, mental lunatic. And just not knowing how to behave normally around people. Unlike...
He was socially awkward. He was hard to look at sometimes.
Oh my god. Like, he's standing up there on the stage and he's giving a speech and he can't even make it through 3 sentences before he starts losing his shit.
He goes on too long and basically he pretty much tells everyone at that party.
Oh, hey, I'm a villain.
Yeah, hey, I'm a villain. Basically.
Yeah.
He stutters and he goes, power! And people go, okay, and he gets off stage and everyone goes back to partying. Oh, yeah. Which I mean, it's a big, aristocrat party. So everyone's like, oh, power, yes, of course, kind of thing. But like, you should have known, going, okay, there's something wrong with this guy.
Yeah.
He gets his hands on the corpse of
Zod,
and he gets full unsupervised access to the ship just because someone said, hey, what do you want?
Yeah.
That happened.
I don't even know who that guy was.
Nobody knows who that guy was. He was like the Secretary of Defense or something like that? I have no idea.
No, he wasn't, because the Secretary of Defense is at the thing when they're like gonna launch the missile. Remember? He's like the general guy.
Oh, he is the secretary.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who the hell was that other guy?
Never see him again. After that scene, he's gone. Lex Luthor
I
gets
like the
full
whole
access.
candy thing. That was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Made me smile.
But it
for
didn't
a half
belong.
second.
It didn't belong with Lex Luthor.
No, he was Riddler.
Blackmail.
He was the Riddler.
Blackmail belonged to Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
He would have blackmailed him.
Mhm.
He would have been like, "Oh, you're not gonna give me access.
Remember-
Well, here's all these pictures of you with all these 13-year-old prostitutes." Like that's the kind of stuff real Lex Luthor would have
Yeah.
done. He would have flaunted his political power,
Yeah.
and he knows how the system works. That's Lex Luthor. This guy is not Lex Luthor. Very disappointed.
I don't care if they cut his hair off at the end. He's not Lex Luthor.
At that point, it didn't matter.
In fact, he becomes even less Lexy, less Lex Luthor-ish at the end, where he's just
because he's a
ranting.
prison bitch.
He's ranting at that point.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what happened to Lex Luthor, he was always composed.
Yeah.
Like,
He always had the upper hand
always.
in a conversation.
He always
guy did
knew.
not have
he
that.
always knew something that you didn't know, and he used it to his advantage. This guy didn't do that.
Here's gonna be the worst part. Can you see? Is it Jesse Eisenberg? That's his name, right?
Heisenberg,
Can you
yeah.
see him in a Lex Luthor armored suit fighting Superman?
Oh God! I just got sick.
You cannot.
I just got sick thinking.
Because then
about
he'd
that.
just be like, "I have power." Like you just
I
be
have power as he's just waving
just
these
like-
massive mechanical arms around,
just in this suit,
gyrating his
so-
hips a little
it was
bit.
so awkward. And the actor's great, by the way. He's a great actor. He's funny. He can play super clever, super smart, but he's not in control of every situation. That's the problem that this Lex Luthor had.
Which is why he would have been a great Riddler.
He would have been amazing Riddler. Perfect Riddler. He would have been an okay Joker if he had like a high-pitched laugh, and it was smiling the whole time. As opposed to him being Lex Luthor. I'm not saying he's my choice for the Joker. I'm just saying if it was like Jesse Eisenberg needs to play somebody, it's either Lex Luthor or the Joker. I'm like Joker. It's Joker. We've already had a good Joker.
He's gangly enough.
Yeah.
The Joker was always kind of gangly
and
looking.
he played mentally insane, and which they kind of go, well, his father beat him, and that's why he's this way.
So.
And
that's always been the kind of story where, his father didn't love him, kind of thing, and he grew up to be, mentally disturbed.
But why is he off the place? Why is he quoting like Alice in Wonderland? Yeah.
Which part was that?
The White Rabbit. Late.
Oh.
When Superman comes in. Anyway, so enough with Lex Luthor. Obviously, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman was okay, but she didn't matter. She didn't matter. She didn't belong in the movie. She literally did not matter.
Nope.
As much as Lois Lane bugs me, because she's always there just to be rescued, and she's like, I'm a strong, independent woman. Yeah, but you don't matter in the story.
No.
But she kind of, sort of did. Because they had her unlock secrets that, the characters needed to...
Or that the audience needed.
Or that the audience needed to go, okay, this guy's pulling strings. There's a bigger plot going on. But Gal Gadot had nothing. Nothing. And the stuff she did do infuriated us.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous, some of the things that she was able to do
Go
for
toe-to-toe
no apparent reason.
With, and I said this before in my other video, and this is what I hoped, is that this wasn't going to be Doomsday, that this was going to be Bizarro, or a precursor to Doomsday.
No.
This is Doomsday.
This is Doomsday.
Lex Luthor literally actually calls him Doomsday. He says, "You're Doomsday," which we were joking that
if
this
you
might
take
not have been
it out of context.
This might not have been a statement he was making to Superman, going, "This is your Doomsday." He might have been looking at the creature, telling it, "You're Doomsday." This is looking straight at it, and it's like, "Who am I? You're Doomsday."
Yeah, and
attack.
he's just like Superman. This is, and the Doomsday's just like, duh, and he's like, "You're Doomsday. You're Doomsday. Act like Doomsday.
We've been over this.
We've been over this. We talked about this.
You've read the comics, right?" And it's like, "Oh no,
Look, I can't read." He was not.
You know when we watched the trailer and we were like, "Okay, that's a cave troll."
It was a cave
That
troll.
it should have stopped there, because not only did it look like a cave troll, and not only its size, its build,
Color.
its color,
It's bony.
its
protrusions.
noises were spot on cave troll.
Its teeth were even cave troll.
Its teeth were even cave
That's
trolling.
how cave troll it was.
They just took that model straight from Lord of the Rings, and they just like imported it.
It's especially worse when you see the first version, because it does develop through the movie.
Somewhat uselessly.
But the first part where it doesn't have the bony protrusions,
And it just looks like hairless ape. Hairless ape. I promise you, its legs are shorter than its arms.
it is. They are clearly.
And he's huge. He's
Fist,
huge.
his arm is the size of Superman, right?
Yeah.
And
from
Superman's
basically
pretty big.
Here to here, that's Superman on Doomsday,
And he gets bigger.
and he gets bigger.
It's,
That's
God
we're
damn.
not even joking about this.
No, it's
In the comic, I have it right here. It's the whole thing.
he's maybe a foot taller than Superman.
Where is it?
Like that is roughly the size difference. Whereas in this, he's like a good like
There he is.
15 feet tall.
Like Superman is like 6 foot
Make
tall,
sure to
right?
get that nice picture of Supergirl getting her
Oh,
face
yeah.
mulched.
Supergirl clone getting just moist.
It's an
Yeah,
amazing picture.
yeah,
I
it's
know it's a
moist.
clone.
Yeah, but when I was like flipping through this, when I was
Holy
reading, I was
crap!
like, "Oh my god, this is gory!" But no, it's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how big he is. That's how big he should be.
Yeah. Don't throw that. Okay.
Softly.
Anyway, so
But yeah, he's huge in it, and it was very upsetting.
so let's go back to. Oh wait, no, we don't have to go back to Wonder Woman because she doesn't matter.
She doesn't matter.
So let's go
But
on.
let's her fighting Doomsday. Her fighting Doomsday. She has her sword, she has her shield, she has her lasso, which comes out of nowhere, and she pulls it out and lassos Doomsday, and it's glowing.
Mm-hmm.
It's glowing solid gold.
She
Just to remind you
that it's magical.
that it's magical.
So she lassos Doomsday and manages to restrain him. Oh,
Relatively easily.
and her sword can hurt him.
Her sword cuts his arm off.
Where just before Batman says he's Kryptonian, only
Kryptonian weapons can hurt him.
Yeah, and so it's just like, okay, so Batman needs to get this weapon that he made to kill Superman,
Which is a spear.
which is a spear,
Which is-
Lex Luthor style,
Lex Luthor style
spear.
kryptonite spear. It's a kryptonite tip on it.
And then it's pointless because
Wonder Woman can just hack
Yeah.
him to pieces.
and it's so stupid. And then they pointlessly have Lois Lane take the spear, put it into a pool of water for no reason, just so that she has to be rescued later by Superman.
But she has to be rescued, and the reason she's being rescued is so they can locate it, story-wise.
Yeah.
She goes to get it. She gets trapped underneath water. She's banging, and Superman rescues her. She's banging and finds the spear at the same time.
Instead of like, oh, I don't know,
Just go back to the place where Batman threw it.
or Batman puts a tracking device in everything he builds.
Now let's talk Batman. Let's talk Batman.
Let's switch.
Okay,
to Batman.
let's go to Batman because he's amazing in this. He's he's worth the $11 ticket.
If it was only about Batman,
If you put every scene together with Batman / Bruce Wayne, it's feature length. That's how many scenes there are. of
Okay,
Batman.
okay.
And cut out everything else, it's worth the $11 ticket.
barring the last 20 minutes with Doomsday,
Yeah.
everything before that, Batman's a badass. He fights dirty and rugged, and it's like straight out of Arkham City. Just busting.
And I love it,
Busting people in the face.
You've seen the clip. I'm sure you have.
Warehouse scene.
Yeah, the warehouse scene where Batman just comes out of the ground and then just like throws dudes' faces into boards, into crates,
Just
into
put a
boxes,
UI.
and concrete.
Just put a UI over it, and you have Arkham. Arkham Asylum, and he's just doing Predator mode,
Yeah,
just
basically.
taking everyone out. It's amazing.
He hides up in the roof above them, and they can't see him, and they're panicking.
They're shooting into the hole that he came from. That is so awesome. It's like
that is literally actually the Arkham series. That is literally
That is
actually where it's from.
straight
Whoever,
from it.
someone, a fan of that game, wrote that scene. I promise you.
And it makes me happy.
Yes, and a lot of people die.
Oh.
Batman kills a lot of people.
So many people.
By the way, did we say that Batman killed a lot of people? Because he kills a lot of people.
I counted 20.
There's a car chase scene where Batman
In the
just
Bat car.
kills a shit ton of people. And we're not talking they might be dead.
We're talking like he
dead.
purposefully kills them. Like so purposefully that he manages to flip a car over, send it at an alternate angle, land on top of another car, and blow a second car up
To
in
pieces.
one move.
In one foul swoop. Every vehicle he has, the Batjet, the Batmobile,
Has
has Gatling guns. Huge, hefty Gatling guns. And he makes good use of them. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm okay with Batman.
Oh yeah.
Killing. I know there's a lot of people that aren't. They're like, Batman has his one rule. This is a dark, older Batman.
This is a Batman who's seen
He's
some
obviously that's hinted at a lot. He's obviously lost one of the Robins. Like what was it? It's not the Killing Joke. What was it? Death in the Family.
shit. Death
in the Family, where the Joker kills one of the Robins.
Yeah.
That has obviously happened in this universe. And at this point, he's totally fine getting rid of bad guys who need to be gotten rid of.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure all of these guys in these cars deserve the deaths that they were dealt, but they got them nonetheless.
Oh, they got him. Oh.
He goes to town.
And he totally cuts some guy's jugular with his arm blades.
The arm blades.
Like
which,
I see like
he
the
gets
strike
shot in the head
point blank, 9mm round to the back of the head.
of his cowl. Comes
Nothing.
off, and then he just starts like he's bulletproof. His armor's bulletproof, and someone just shoots him in the back, and he's just like, oh, and then he like swings around. It's great scene. Batman's the best.
And Alfred is
Alfred's better.
Alfred's better.
Alfred's better.
Alfred is way better. Too few of lines for Alfred.
He was witty in every single scene. He had great dialogue. The actor is amazing. I don't think he's old enough to be this old Bruce Wayne's Alfred.
Yeah, at this point, Bruce Wayne is like in his late 50s.
Yeah.
And Alfred should be in his like early 80s.
His parents died on the movie. It says his parents died in 1981, and he was like what, 10 years old?
He was like around 8 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how old would he be?
He would be, well, that means that he would have aged about 50 years since then.
He's in his late 40s. He's in his late 40s.
Late 40s?
Yeah.
Who, Batman?
If he was 10, so he's 10 years old, and then you add the years up. We're assuming this is 2015 that it's supposed to be.
Oh, well, if you're assuming it's 2015, sure.
Yeah.
But I was going off of the fact that Alfred in the movie states that it's been 20 years of being Batman.
Oh, well, of being Batman.
Yeah, which isn't factoring in the time that it took for him to become Batman and do the training and everything, which would probably be another like 20 or so years.
Yeah.
So we're talking like about 40 something years.
Yeah.
So he's like 48,
But still,
50 something.
The guy playing Alfred, he's in like his late 50s, maybe 60.
Yeah, they look like they could have gone to school together.
Yeah, they look like... Yeah.
Like maybe Alfred was like a middle schooler when he was...
He looks more like he was his older brother.
Like his older, snarkier brother.
Maybe Bruce Wayne, like the old Alfred, died,
and he hired
another Alfred. Like he hired a new Alfred.
Hired a guy whose name was Alfred, had the same kind of background, and called him Alfred because he couldn't live without Alfred.
Yeah. Now, there is a couple things that I like about they briefly, I think it takes like what, 3-4 minutes to do the Batman backstory.
Yeah.
Takes a few minutes to go through we know who Batman is, but
Everyone
they still gotta address it. Like, oh, we got a new actor, let's go ahead and do it all over again.
Not that it matters, because let's be honest, they always put a kid in the role of Batman.
You could technically just take
the clip from any of the
other Batmans and then just put it in. It's like, it's Warner Brothers. We own it.
Yeah.
We own the rights. It's fine. But no. And this time they don't get shot in an alley. I did like that. His parents don't get shot in an alley. The guy comes out of an alley.
Yeah, it was okay. It was
a dark corner of the city, but it wasn't an alley because you can still see the theater.
Well, they call it Crime Alley. They call it Crime Alley.
Which is a great place for billionaires to go.
It's not actually an alley in the comics. It's like it's
like Hell's Kitchen. It's not a real kitchen.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, like they don't actually get shot in that. And I actually like this scene better than all the others, because the other ones are just very basic. You know, they're just standing there and he just shoots them down. They put a little bit more thought into it, like the gun on the beat. What?
How did the pearls get on the back of his gun when he had the barrel up?
Yeah, I know.
They were there.
Yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense. And they would just slide right off. But I do like the close-up where it goes and the beads go everywhere.
It was pointless.
Because every other one has been him grabbing for it and it just coming off. I mean, yeah, it's pointless. Yeah, it's pointless. It was pointless. But at least it was different. Come on. At least it was different. It wasn't the same.
It was pointlessly artsy, but
pointlessly artsy.
Yes, it was different.
And the guy who plays his father, why was he could have been anybody. You got a really good actor to have one line.
Literally one line. And all it is, Martha.
Might as well have been Rosebud. Might as well have been. It was really kind of disappointing.
But the bright side is that if they ever do a Flashpoint with this same, DC cinematic universe, let's just call it the DCU or DC.
Unless they start it all over again.
It would be the DCCU.
Yeah.
Because you got the Marvel cinematic universe with the MCU. Yeah, right. DCCU. Either way, he would be an awesome, dark and gritty Flashpoint Batman.
He would. He'd be a pretty good Batman.
So,
he's done a lot of action movies. Yeah. But anyway, okay, so Batman was good. Wonder Woman was pointless, but she was okay. She didn't aggravate me as much as I thought.
Lex Luthor was
frustrating. Doomsday was a colossal mess and an absolute tragedy.
Yeah.
Superman was flip-floppy, confusing.
That didn't get him. He was really quiet.
He was really
He
quiet.
had very few lines, actually. Now that
this
I think
was
about
more Batman's movie than this was
Superman's. It was. Well, it's because Superman had a movie before. Batman, we have to kind of flesh him out a little bit more. Oh God, we're running out of time. We have to shove more stuff into this.
You're talking about the laptop with the email attachments?
We'll get to that after this.
Are you sure we shouldn't do that now? We should do that one now.
Okay.
It's big. It's probably the most offensive thing.
Oh, it's super offensive. It's like Cosmo Kramer on Comedy Night on the stage.
They had an entire feature-length movie to ruin Doomsday and Lex Luthor. An entire feature-length movie.
They did.
But they did something miraculous. And only, 2 minutes,
no, it was
insulted
closer to 5.
3 characters.
It's closer to 5 minutes.
Okay.
Because if you count in one of Batman's hallucinations, they ruin the Flash, mind you. Going through the time portal.
That was a Flash?
That was the Flash. See? That's how god-awful it was. That was the Flash in his suit with armor that allowed him to travel through time, and he was just reaching out. It's Luna's Lane, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't even understand half the shit he was saying, but that...
Wait, that was Flash?
That was Flash.
I thought that was like Orion or something.
No, that was Flash.
Are you sure? Because that looked like... Was it a metal helmet?
No. He had the Flash mask, he had the lightning bolt on the side of the head, the red cowl, and the lightning coming off of him. That was Flash.
Come on.
That was Flash. Even the beard.
Oh, because...
the facial hair.
God,
I saw the facial hair at first, and I was like, no, that's not...
Oh, God, no.
And then I saw the Flash.
That was the Flash.
That was the Flash.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they boned that one hard.
Let's have a moment of silence for the Flash. So yeah,
That's a Flash.
For the Flash.
Wonder Woman gets basically an email from Batman, and basically he brings to her attention that there are 3 other people just like her: Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg. I don't know why Cyborg. Why not Green Lantern?
Because
Maybe
they've
Green
already
Lantern's in
done a
space,
bad Green Lantern.
and they're gonna do it again.
And they're going to do it again.
They're gonna do it again.
They're going to do it hard.
But now they've done a bad Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg within the span of
And Wonder
5
Woman.
minutes. 5 minutes.
Oh,
Well,
okay. In the span of 5 minutes.
Got,
okay.
She got
yeah.
an entire movie.
I
to be
just
pointless.
thought
she
you
wasn't
meant
bad.
in the movie.
She was not bad. She was not bad.
She could have been better.
She could have been better. She could have had more of a reason and a purpose.
More of a personality.
She could. I like the fact that she had an accent. Gal Gadot actually has an accent, and she's tall. I didn't know she was as tall as she was.
Why did they have her do a more English accent than her natural accent?
Well, because every white person who's ever played a Greek or an Egyptian or anyone has had an English accent.
That's not an excuse. That's a crutch. Anyway.
But
So-
that's why I'm glad they didn't.
Sure.
I don't know what accent she had, but
No, it was a slight English accent.
but
But it
well,
was so bad, you couldn't tell.
but no, I mean her actual accent.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what her actual
like-
accent was.
Isn't
That was
it like
bleeding through.
Filipino or...
We have to look that up.
Yeah.
We're both totally wrong.
Totally.
And that's why I'm not going to guess. But he
Yeah.
guessed Filipino, and comments section below.
You
tell
don't
me if
get
it's wrong.
comments.
I don't get comments. Anyway, so they ruined Flash because it gives a few seconds of security footage where Flash basically gets caught saving somebody, and it's dreadful. It's awful, and it didn't look like the Flash. It looked like the guy from The Force Awakens. It looked like Kylo Ren. That's who it
Yeah.
looked like. It didn't look like Barry Allen or West or any of the
Wally
other
West,
Wally West, any of the other
or-
Flashes.
yeah.
It just looked like I don't know. It's bad footage. It just didn't look like the right actor.
I don't know why, but the facial hair really bothers me about the Flash. And I don't know why, but maybe it's the whole Flash is a streamlined hero kind of character.
Yeah.
Why does he have long hair?
Long hair.
Long ponytail hair.
Facial hair.
And facial hair.
It's getting yanked off.
Like here, let's look at this. The Flash has long black hair in a ponytail with facial hair. You want to know who else has long black hair in a ponytail with a beard? Aquaman.
oh, Aquaman.
And that's called a segue.
Now let's talk about Aquaman.
Let's talk about Aquaman.
Absolutely. He looked, and we said this immediately after coming out of the theater, that he looked like
He looked like Tom Hanks from Castaway as he meets people for the first time.
Tom Hanks from Castaway's head
Head.
put on Dwayne the Rock Johnson's body, but with the brain of a homeless man who's been eating shrooms underneath like a bridge. Like the footage is like this aquatic
dive sub
or whatever, this
Yeah.
probe that goes underneath the water. It looks into this hole, and you can see his eyes, and he comes out, and he's like,
He's in a
like
super
a
weird
caveman.
stance. He's like,
Caveman.
I don't get why he didn't just go, boom, like immediately strikes it. That would have been
It would have
cool.
been better if he just darted immediately out of the hole. And they give him the Superman sonic boom when he flies through the water. Did you see that?
I did, yeah. No,
It's
no,
not
no,
gonna be
no.
a sonic boom.
No.
Don't defend this. Don't you dare defend that movie or that clip.
No, I was thinking.
Don't.
Okay. There have been tests about shooting a gun
I will hurt you.
underwater, and it does leave behind a pocket of air that does rippling kind of.
That's because the air. That's because the gases in the thing expand.
No, you actually like the bullet goes through, compressing the water molecules in front of it, and pushing it along, creating a vacuum behind it,
Not
which
believing
then
this.
collapses and creates small, almost like shock waves. So that element doesn't bother me. It's
Bother
how
me.
they presented him is what's wrong.
As a lunatic,
As a lunatic,
holding his breath,
clearly holding his breath.
holding his breath.
He was trying
He's
so
Aquaman,
hard to
just-
keep his cheeks from swelling, but he was clearly like just bubbles all of a sudden. Like why?
Should have just been CGI hair. Just come ball, do CGI hair. I'm fine with that. It would have been way better. Would have looked like shit, but it would have been him just going, underneath the water.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was really bad. And you literally get a really good look at him before he destroys the camera. At that point, if you're trying to hide from people, it's pointless. Like,
Yeah.
he should have just swam away. It's like, well, shit, and he just swam away.
Here's the thing. Even lore-wise, that doesn't make sense because he knows what the surface dwellers are like, especially if this is Aquaman, like the original kind of Aquaman, where he grew up on the surface as a human and then became, and then went down into Atlantis where he became king and everything. So he would know what subs look like. He would know what lights and cameras are. He would know that, oh, hey, there's something looking at me. It's from the surface. Hey, I don't want to be spotted by that.
Probes, like underwater probes,
have been around
for like
forever.
20 years, 30 years.
I mean,
they're not new.
He would have either immediately destroyed it or immediately ran instead of just looking at it like,
fascinating new thing must kill.
And he's like in a.
I'm surprised they didn't have him try to like eat it off the big fork that he had.
That would have been at least funny.
That would have been at least funny. And then they had Cyborg.
Ah.
Oh my god, that looked like it was from a TV show, not from a movie.
It was disappointing.
Yeah,
like
they have the doctor. They have the doctor,
his father,
working on basically a fourth of his son's remaining body, and then he brings in the cube from Transformers.
The
Allspark. No, not the Allspark. The
No, wasn't it the Allspark cube or?
No, the Allspark is the thing that. Right?
I mean, yes, but who cares? That's the Michael Bay cube.
That's the Michael Bay cube.
Who gives a about that?
So, but he brings in that, and it basically just clings on to Cyborg, meaning his dad doesn't do shit.
Which, here's the thing. I think what they're saying is it's a boom cube or boom box from Darkseid, and all of the other new gods. They use that technology. Darkseid and the Allfather, they have this technology which allows them to teleport instantaneously between dimensions even.
I don't even...
But if that's what they're saying, that's even worse. Because then that means that he's made of technology that is a part of Darkseid's domain.
Now, let's talk about the dream sequences. Now that we're talking about Darkseid, we're just going to keep going.
Yeah, see, I'm helping transition.
I don't think these are on purpose.
No, they're not. It's just rage at this point.
Darkseid.
Blind rage.
He is kind of shoehorned into this movie in a dream sequence. It's obviously a dream sequence. We saw it in the trailer. We were like, that's totally a dream sequence. But
we
originally saw it when it first see the scene. There's a lot of things missing. There's not the Darkseid. Was it
the Omega symbol?
The Omega symbol isn't there.
That's burned into the field.
And you get a big shot of it. And his demons, or whatever, his parademons aren't there at all. It's just
I kind of like the design of the parademons.
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care at all. I don't care because it should have just been, and this is what it was originally supposed to be. It was just a Batman versus Superman dream of Superman's army kind of thing.
Yeah, of this Batman's paranoia.
Right. It was Batman's paranoia. But
oh my gosh, what? Whoa. I just realized.
What?
The parademons didn't exist in that clip.
No, they didn't.
Think about it. Even in the movie, they don't do shit. They're just edited in.
Yeah.
He doesn't even get hit by one of them.
No.
That's just the guards.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes.
It's even worse than I thought.
That's what happened. He wasn't originally supposed to be there, but since he's going to be the villain in the next one, they wanted to shoehorn him in, so they edited in the parademons and that symbol.
I'm gonna cry.
And then the other half of that vision has nothing to do with them. They were shoehorned in. And originally, he gets kicked from the back by a parademon, but I'm pretty sure that's just a CGI overlay of an actual guard who comes up behind him and kicks him.
Yeah.
I promise you.
In one of the trailers, wasn't there a third guard?
Yeah, there was. That's what they did. That's what DC did to shoehorn that in. But now, with that in there, you're having Batman have this vision. You're saying that Batman is somehow psychic. Think about it.
I already thought of that, but
his first dream is him rising and flying via the bats.
He is the Bat Messiah.
The Bat Messiah. The next one has like a giant vampire bat.
The Man Bat.
The Man Bat. And then now he gets a vision.
Are they saying that Batman's a vampire with psychic abilities?
Totally, it makes sense.
That makes so much sense now.
But like that's one of my least favorite scenes in that because they did that. It's so bad. And all that stuff, the dark side and the bringing in the other Justice League, that should have been after the trailer.
That's
that
why
way we didn't have to see
That's
it.
why the scene with Lex Luthor with the in between the funeral scenes was so out of place. I was thinking that it was so out of place. They did that later, didn't they? Because they had to have him going, "Oh, I've seen things. It's coming for us."
It now knows about, and that's again just another precursor. Because didn't that seem like a little odd?
It did. I was like, how does he even know about that? Was it because the Kryptonian archives taught him about Darkseid, who happens to be this big baddie who's going to be coming for the planet?
I was thinking he was thinking maybe it was Brainiac that he was talking about, which would kind of make more sense. But he's totally talking about Darkseid.
I would have preferred it if it was Brainiac, because at least that means...
In fact, it would have been cool if the machine that was talking to him
was
Brainiac on the ship. That would have been cool.
But
no, it's Siri, basically.
It's Siri.
It's a female voice.
It's Kryptonian hello. Siri.
It's Kryptonian Siri. It should have been like a very deep... So you could at least wonder, is that Brainiac?
Hell,
like maybe that's how he got here?
I would have been fine if it was... what's the AI that Zoom uses?
Oh, I don't remember her name.
As bad as that would have been, I would have felt better about that.
That would have been way better. Way better.
I'm allergic to it. I'm allergic to the movie.
I wish
coming down with the sickness.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's almost all of our points. I mean, sure, we have a lot more.
There's a lot more.
They take scenes disrespectfully of both The Dark Knight Returns and Doomsday, and it should have been two movies. It should have been two movies, but they were like, "Hey, we got to catch up to Marvel, so we can't do that." Now let's talk about the stuff that Marvel is doing that they're trying to catch up to that they're not doing well. Marvel's TV shows match and link with their movies.
Yeah, they have
Shield series?
one well-oiled, integrated cinematic universe.
Yeah,
DC
does not.
Does not.
I just finished watching the Flash series, season 1. I'm sorry it's taken me so long, but I can't watch TV shows.
I need to finish season 2.
There's so much that I just cannot sit through. And even though I had a lot of problems with that Flash show, I would love to have that Flash in the cinematic universe, but they're not. They're replacing
and that
Arrow. Else. Yeah, and that Arrow.
Yeah.
And Supergirl. We've established Supergirl. The show's doing moderately well for a TV show. So I'm fine with her. So you could have these characters already come in.
Yeah.
But no, they want to do their TV shows over here, and they want to do their movies over here.
And keep them
separate. Just in case one of them fails, they still got the other one to fall back on. DC is way too cautious. They're not taking chances. Marvel is taking chances, and they're taking great chances.
Marvel is throwing their nuts against the wall.
It's hurting.
And it can hurt, but then they find there's treasure behind that wall. I don't know.
Terrible.
That's a terrible saying.
It's a terrible one. Nobody says that.
No.
It's probably why.
It's the rage talking. It's the hate and bitterness from the movie that's just creeping up and into my brain. Okay, let's I'm gonna think of it.
Marvel is way ahead. DC was supposed to be doing this a long time ago. They were supposed to be putting this together, but they've been way too cautious.
And they
keep
kept
firing
having
people.
flops.
They kept having flops, and it's because the producers have way too much control over all of this.
Yeah.
And they have no artistic skill, obviously.
Oh.
And they're just hiring somebody who makes pretty things, Zack Snyder. He makes movies pretty, but they're not great movies.
No.
None of them are great movies. I mean, they're pretty, they're action-packed. Yes, the fight with Batman and Superman was good, but that's it. That's
we
it.
cover how Superman died?
No.
Should we?
Superman dies.
Gets-
Kind of.
Gets stabbed, but then they don't even let that sink in because then they're like, oh, hey, the credits haven't even rolled yet. Let's just go. Oh!
They do League of Extraordinary Gentlemen at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the dirt. And it just starts rumbling. Basically.
That was a much better movie. The
I
League.
actually loved League of Extraordinary
Yeah.
Gentlemen. I know a lot of people gave it trash, but I thought it was
It
good.
was much better.
It's Sean Connery.
Ah,
And it was
Sean
really,
Connery.
it was campy, but it was supposed to be that way. And it had way better fights and a much better plot than this did. Some pretty good fights. I mean, I'm not going to say they
They
were
weren't
amazing.
all awesome.
No, they weren't awesome, but
Let's be honest.
and it was a smaller film.
Let's be honest. The best part of that movie,
Was the
the teddy bears, like where they're in the teddy bears at the very League of no, wait, I'm thinking of a different movie.
You're thinking of a different movie.
I'm thinking of was it Gentleman or
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That's what you're
yeah
thinking.
no. I know what that movie is with the.
What the hell are you talking about?
Never mind.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, exactly.
Avengers.
Avengers, yeah.
Not the Avengers.
Avengers,
with
yes.
Sean Connery as the villain.
Okay, see.
How dare you get these two confused? I can't take you anywhere. Yeah, well, with Sean Connery.
Yeah. Oh my God.
For a second there, I thought you were talking about Batman and Robin.
With teddy bears.
No, where they're in the gorilla suits. I was about to get violent. I was about to get ragey.
Oh my God. No, that's significantly worse.
But yeah, no, you're thinking of a different movie.
Avengers.
Avengers was pretty. It was.
That was
okay.
also.
It was
hilarious.
meh. It was meh. But League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I did like that, and
Okay.
I would have rather watched that right now
Yes.
than what we just saw.
Yeah.
Because another thing was just too long. If it was a shorter movie, maybe it would have been better.
They could have made 2 movies. At
Easy.
2 hours, long each.
Yeah.
Worked in each character, done them simultaneously.
You could have introduced one of the other Justice League slower. You
Yeah.
know, taking up that being part of the plot.
Yeah.
You know, like you get Wonder Woman, and I don't know, like this one, like with the Doomsday one, you can get Wonder Woman, and then you can also bring in like the Flash,
Like,
and then
The
with
Flash is one of those characters that could probably.
Green Arrow would have been great to bring in.
Yeah, because it would have worked out story-wise.
Yeah, it would have worked out
perfectly.
story-wise. Would have been perfect.
But then you've got these 2 guys who have no superpowers,
Right, fighting.
And you've got-
essentially a god.
and you've got God power Superman,
Mhm.
and you've got God killer Doomsday, and then you've got Wonder Woman. So you've got 3 god-like people, and then you got
creatures.
2 guys who have gadgets.
Yeah, it's just gadgets.
I mean, you might as well have Lex Luthor fighting, Doomsday as well, because it was just like, oh hey, hey guys, how's it going?
No,
I'm just
I
saying
wouldn't put it
it'd be
past
funny.
them, but no.
Anyway,
So yeah, it was on a scale of 1 to 10, a 5.
yeah, it's somewhere in a 5.
5. Half the movie was good, but it was like little parts.
Yeah, there were
Little
little sprinklings.
Yeah, sprinklings of a good movie. I think Zack Snyder, if he was given full range and then the producers were out of the way and DC wasn't over his shoulder like, we're gonna make Justice League, it would have been a better film.
Yeah.
It would have been a much more streamlined. He's made okay movies. I mean, he's not the best director.
Yeah, I think every time Batman was on the screen, except for the final part,
Because it was very
for
little.
specific reasons. It made that those were the 5 points of good movie.
Yeah.
And then every time Lex Luthor was on the screen, and Lex Luthor's Abomination Doomsday was on the screen,
Cave Troll.
and the 5 minutes that those other 3 members of the JLA were on the screen, that's what gives it the -5.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Batman and Alfred cannot carry this entire movie. And they couldn't. They tried,
Oh God, did they try?
but they couldn't.
Bless their little hearts.
So, a scale of 1 to 2, what'd you give it?
I give it a 5. I might
4. You're giving it a 4.
give it a 4
Give it a 4.
because this.
Probably because Aquaman. They ruined Aquaman for you?
No. It was the Flash.
It was a Flash?
Seeing the Flash twice pissed me off because it was a horrible way
Flash.
of shoehorning Flash in. Because they even bitched out of it and did, oh, it was another dream sequence. And then it's just like, oh, hey, we were gonna do Flashpoint, but then we kind of were like, let's not do that, because, hey, we got this other problem to solve right now.
Talk about the TV show?
What?
Are you talking about the TV show?
Flashpoint?
Yeah, where they could have done Flashpoint?
No.
Okay.
I mean, the Flash has almost traveled through time
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
And you hear him say, am I too early? Like, he's just like, oh my gosh, I missed my turnoff. I need to go back a couple years.
To pull up his map and then just vanish backwards.
Like, seriously, that's what it felt like. And that angered me, because
that scene didn't need to be there.
I love
That did need to be there.
And the worst part is that followed up immediately after, which one was it? Was it the one where, yeah, it was the one where, where it's, you see the doom, or the dark side, symbol. And so it immediately followed that.
So you got the dark side, Flash, and then shortly after that you got the email with the attachments.
So
it's just one
that
after another
gambit of suffering.
They gave us nothing after the trailer. A lot of this should have been after the trailer.
Yeah.
That way we could have just walked out and gone, nope. And
I don't
left.
see that.
But anyway, so 5 out of 10.
4.5 from both of us.
If you can see it for cheaper than $11,
Do.
see it for like a matinee or something like that. Maybe. I don't know.
Or rent it on Redbox when it comes out. It's not worth seeing in theaters.
It's probably not worth it.
There were no effects that were
Maybe
enhanced.
Because then it'd cost more for 3. No, it's not.
Rent it Blu-ray on Redbox for a day.
A day.
Watch it at your home theater, and then or find a friend who has a
Your
nice
home
computer.
theater.
Find
Your
a
home
friend
theater.
who has a nice TV and watch it with them and make fun
of the movie. Just like plan 9 for Outer All right.
Yeah.
That's more than enough.
That's way more than enough.
Because we could probably rant forever.
Yeah.
That really pissed us off. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Don't see the movie. Unless you want to hate yourself. If you saw it, tell us what you liked about it. Tell us what you hated. Are you looking forward to the next one?
And
Probably
I'm
not.
so sorry.
And we're so sorry that you went and saw it. Anyway, catch you later. Peace.
Oh God. Fucking Doomsday.